सोच में सकारात्मकता लाएं, जीवन को बेहतर बनाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। मनोदर्पण के काउंसलर से परामर्श पाने के लिए डायल करें टोल फ्री नंबर 844-844-0632। नंबर एक बार फिर सुने 844-844-0632।
Hello and a very warm welcome. I'm Jyotsna Vahal Tandon once again with you, and you're watching us live on our official YouTube channel, that is NCRT Official, and you are also watching us on PM eVidya channel number 6 to 12 and NCRT PM eVidya class 6 to 12. And as all of you know that all our Sahyog sessions are brought to you by MANODARPAN, an initiative by Ministry of Education to provide psychological support to all the students, teachers and parents nationwide. So in our today's live session of Sahyog, we have a special topic for you, that is digital wellness, strategies for healthy tech habits. And to explain this topic in detail and to talk more on this topic, we have with us our two guests. Let me first introduce with Dr. T. Numai, and he is Assistant Professor in NERIE NCRT Shillong. Sir, I welcome you in our live session. And right now on the screen we have Mr. Rajat Kanti Bhattacharya ji, and both the guests will talk about on this topic. And if you have any kind of queries in our today's live session, you can just call us on 8800440559. Our another number is 844-844-0632. And our email ID is sahyog.ncert@ciet.nic.in. So I welcome you all. And let's begin today's live session. So my first question will be for Mr. Rajat. We want to understand what is digital wellness and why is it important in today's time?
Thank you, ma'am. First of all, I would like to welcome everyone, those who are watching this on live. Okay, so before I start with this important topic, it's a very important topic in the present scenario, and digital wellness. As you all know that digitally the students from the lower classes till the adolescent stage, they are accustomed to digital mobile phones and other social media as well. So we must be well aware of the various attributes that are necessary for this for the use of digital gadgets. Okay, so before we go into details, let me just explain what do you understand by digital wellness. Okay, as you all know, digital wellness refers to the ability to use technology. So we have technology in many forms, and as you all know, 21st century is basically means for digitally. That means the students are well equipped with the digital techniques. And so they should use the digital technology in a healthy way. That is very important. Okay, unless and until the students know the importance of using the digital gadgets, they will not be able to use those in a proper setup. So it encompasses the emotional, social, and physical well-being of individuals in relation to their tech use. So we should be very aware of while we are using these gadgets, it should not have a drastic impact on our emotional feeling. It should not have an impact on our social and other physical well-being. So with the average adults spending over 7 hours a day, you can just imagine. So an adult is using almost 7 hours a day they are using in different gadgets, and which can affect directly or indirectly their lives. The key is not to eliminate technology. So you cannot run away from technology. That is an impossible task. But we should integrate it, ensuring it enhances gainful knowledge rather than it disturb our quality of life. So that means we should have the ability to use technology in a way that will enhance our knowledge. We should gain knowledge from it rather than our quality of life gets disturbed. For students in grades 6 to 12, as you can see, digital wellness is crucial for several reasons. First and foremost is mental health. So excessive use of technology, if you use more of technology, it can lead to anxiety. We may have depression and we have stress. As you all know, again, the students they are being depressed, okay, at different levels, maybe by using mobile phones till later midnight. They are using mobile phone during the day hours. They are not keeping good contact with their parents, with their peers. Okay, so it have a lasting impact on their mental health. So promoting digital wellness helps students balance online and offline activities. So the student, they should know how to balance this offline activities and an online activities. It should not be, but nowadays it has been seen that the students are highly equipped with online activities rather than offline activities, and they are running away from offline activities. They are running away from. They don't have the values. They are forgetting the values and everything. So next to the academic performance, this is another very important issue that is being seen in the recent scenario, that the students are running away from academics. That means they are giving more importance on such activities. That means in technology or mobile or such other social activities, social media. And as a result, what is happening? Their academic activities are being affected. So they should give more focus on academics rather than indulge in other activities. So to improve their productivity, to achieve better academic results. Okay. Next is social skills. So encouraging face-to-face interaction helps students develop essential social skills and emotional intelligence, reducing feelings of isolation. That means if a student remains aloof from society, if he keeps himself away from the society, and if he is indulging himself in mobile phones or in other social networking activities, what will happen? He will keep himself aloof from his friends, his neighbors, his parents, and ultimately that will affect his social and emotional well-being. And ultimately, it will affect his health. It will affect his academics as well and other issues. So safety awareness. So teaching digital awareness. So as a teacher, not only the teacher, as the guardian of the guardian, the parents, the educators, it is our role to teach the students how to use these digital gadgets in a proper manner. So teaching digital wellness includes educating students about online privacy. Cyberbullying. Nowadays, it is commonly seen that cyberbullying, then cyber security, then cyber crime, it has become a part now. So students should be aware of all these things when they are using digital gadgets. Then critical thinking, engaging with technology mindfully. So we should know how to use the technology in the right direction. We should know what is good and what is bad for us. Okay, promotes critical thinking skills, helping students discern credible information from misinformation. So students should be able to understand what are the good things we should take from the digital setting, from the information we get from mobile phones, rather
Yes, sir.
than to collect the misinformation, which will have a lasting impact in our mental and physical well-being.
Yes,
Okay,
yes, yes.
so this is the first part. Okay, we're running short of time, that's why.
Yes, so
Madam,
we have now understood what is digital wellness and why it is important. But I have a question for Dr. Numai as well. Dr. Numai, can you please tell us what are some common warning signs that someone's tech habits are unhealthy?
First of all, thank you, ma'am, for having us again. Yes, there are certain signs that one can observe, especially in children. Even with adults also. The first one is that if there's no healthy tech habit, what will happen is you'll observe that there's an obsessive and excessive screen time. A person may get up early in the morning and end up looking at the phone. They are not able to control themselves, and even during when they have food, or when they are meeting friends or relatives, or even late in the night, they are always available to use phone or other devices, and then there's no break from social media. Their inability to control themselves from tech devices. I think this is one of the signs that we need to look out for. Some of them will even go to sleep with their phones. The other thing is, if you look at them, what are they doing? They'll be mindlessly scrolling through social media, and then I think even for parents, this is important because we are the role model for them.
Yeah.
The other thing is sometimes children may not sleep well. Why they're not sleeping well is because they may say, I'm not using the phone, but then the whole night under the pillow or under the blanket, they may be using phone, and that will destroy their eyes, and
Yeah.
they cannot sleep properly. It'll disturb their sleep. The other sign is this. They'll become very least interested in physical activities, for example, and they will lose interest in offline activities. They'll live a very sedentary life, and then they would, for example, have complaints of, oh, I'm having a back pain, I have eye strain, my eyes are teary, it's
Yes.
burning. All these are signs that something is not right with them, even if you don't see them using the phone, or even if they say, I'm not using the phone. The other thing is students who use phone, for example, their attention span is very, very snappy. They lost their focus, and so therefore they started ignoring the real world responsibilities of completing their assignments, of having to do their routine duties, and then they may perform, like I say, very poorly in exams, and then this happens because they're consumed by gaming and social media and all that. The other thing is children who are indulging in unhealthy tech habits, they'll have this decreased social interaction. They end up using phone as a social clutch. When people cannot work, they use a crutch. Just like that, your phone can become a psychological tool to distract yourself from others, to seal you away from interacting with others. And now the problem with this is it can prevent the kind of social skill that they need to build. Communication skill will become poorer, and then the phone becomes a psychological tool for finding some sort of a comfort and distraction to escape and avoid real life what we call interaction and situation. So recently, one day, one of my kids, my son, he was so happy that I left him alone, and because he took my phone, no, not my phone, my laptop. I didn't know that he can connect it to the Wi-Fi because we never use the institute's Wi-Fi. And he said, Dad, I have had the best day, and he was so excited. So if your children are overexcited to stay alone at home, if they are choosing to only be browsing or playing games, even if you call them, let's go and do this, and if they refuse and they're more excited to be alone, that is something you need to watch out for. The other thing is, in a sense, they become so over-dependent. They're over-reliant. They rely too much on tech for entertainment or for, even problem solving, for example. They have any problem, they will not ask you, Dad, what is this? Or Mom, what is this? They'll look for, answers from the Google or from AI-assisted, Meta, WhatsApp, or things like that. And so at times you'll find that they are so restless, they're so bored for no reason, and then this would therefore indicate that they are over-dependent on the gadgets for stimulation. And the problem with stimulation is, if you stimulate yourself with certain reels or certain videos, the more you do, the more you have to increase, like a drug. If you don't increase, you cannot stay. So therefore they get bored, they get listless, they become restless, and then they'll become very anxious, and without getting access to the device, they'll become very, very, very restless and unhappy. It will hamper their critical thinking skill. The decision making skill will become very poor. For example, even for a very short distance, they'll start saying, let's use the GPS. And then sometimes even for a very small mathematical calculation in the shop, they'll say, take out a mobile. I think that's killing our creativity. The overall impact of this unhealthy tech habit is people will have more stress, They'll have emotional problems like anxiety and depression, and they'll always feel very anxious or stressed whenever they're not connected to the internet or social media. Even excessive anger you'll see in them, and then whenever the internet fails or the connection is slow, that is the time you have to look out for signs whether they become very snappy and angry, and they may even become very abusive. So the other thing is they'll always be anxiously checking what lies people do about their Instagram, or like what they call YouTube posts, what comments people are making, and then the kind of photos that they put up. It's okay to be interested in seeing it, but if they are always looking for it throughout the day, and like morning, day, night, and then when they don't get the device, they become abusive. I think these are some of the symptoms that our like relationship with the technology is not a very healthy one. Yeah. For the positive time, I stop. Yeah. Thank you.
Yes. So, Mr. Bhattacharya ji, now have a question for you as well. So, how does the overuse of digital devices impact the mental and physical health of a child? Yes. So, meanwhile, we are just connected. We are trying to connect with him. I have a question for you, Dr. Numai. And my next question will be, what are some practical strategies for maintaining a healthy balance with technology?
Yeah, thank you for the question. I think, maintaining a very healthy balance with technology will involve, number one, you have to be intentional. Intentional in the sense, what for am I using the device for? You have to be mindful about, preventing the over dependence on the technological device, and some of the practical strategies. We have to set boundaries. Set boundaries means set a time limit. We have to even track how many minutes or hours I'm using a particular social media or app. We have to see and avoid that, like if we are mindlessly scrolling through, like unnecessary reels, or checking our emails or our WhatsApp and social media, applications. We have to also create a free time, tech-free zone. Tech-free zone means like in the dining hall, no one is supposed to use the phone, or in the bedroom or in my study room, the phone should not come in. Something like that. No device, like for example, before 9 a.m. in the morning, and after 9 p.m. we are not to use. All these kind of, creating a free time zone and times for using the device, taking regular breaks. We have to be very mindful as in, whenever we use technology, it has to be mindfully used to enhance only our productivity, increase our skill, and to produce good health, for example. We have to ask, what is the purpose of why I'm using this device now? If it is just to pass the time, or it is just because of your habituated to it, or because of your habit, then I think you have to start thinking critically, no, I cannot be using this, and you should rather engage yourself or find alternatives to be, like engaging yourself with other activities. There's a thing called a digital detox, like we detox our body. Digital detox is a concept in which, like on certain days, you totally remove yourself from the, like internet or from using mobiles, and then you spend a day or two entirely free from digital devices, and that is called detoxing. You have to find, like outdoor activities, create some hobbies, spend time with your loved ones. And when you spend time with your loved ones, you have to make sure that everybody agrees that we are not using any device. The other thing is we need to do exercise and be engaged in offline activities and find hobbies like reading, playing, gardening, cooking, singing, painting, etc. The other thing is we have to prioritize that face-to-face interaction is what we need to look for. Digital interaction cannot replace our face-to-face, interaction. There are certain devices that can be used, or apps that can use to limit your notification. Let's have minimalist or minimal digital uses. turn off all the non-essential devices, notifications, except for the ones that you really need, like your school, for example. The school teacher will send you some notification, assignment that you cannot avoid, but reduce the rest, remove the rest from your device. And then in all these, I think we really have to involve families. If we don't involve families, if one of the family members uses, the others will just
Yes.
continue, I mean also chip in, and therefore
Yeah.
you have to have your family creating a rule around how to use tech in a very healthy manner,
Yes, sir.
involving everyone so that we have a healthy tech habits together. And
Yes.
finally there's something I want to say, and this is important. We have to schedule a time for reflection every
Yes,
week.
that means one rule
Yeah.
for all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then schedule a time for reflection in the sense, how am I using this tech? How long am I using? Maybe fortnightly or a weekly. Assess yourself, and then the rules cannot continue to remain rigid. You have to keep changing the rule and adapting the rule to suit your, convenience.
Yeah,
and
the
whatever
way
suits
the way
you.
we
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
the way we keep changes our passwords for
Yes,
our
yes,
email
yes.
IDs. Yes.
Yeah, yeah,
So my
yeah.
last
Yeah,
question
thank you,
will
thank
be
you.
for Mr. Rajaji. Rajaji, I would like to ask you how does the overuse of digital devices can impact the mental and physical health?
Yes, madam. Actually, nowadays, as we can see that the impact of our use of digital device, it is a lasting impact on our physical and mental health. But in this hyper-connected world, technology plays an integral role in our daily lives. Now also we are connected through digital mode. Okay, so it has become a part and parcel of our life. But in spite of all the benefits, including we can improve our communication, we can access to all the information happening in different parts of the world, and it can also lead to technology overload. This phenomenon can negatively impact mental and physical health. It can lead to stress, it can lead to anxiety and various lifestyle issues. To counter these effects, it is essential to adopt strategies that promote digital wellness and cultivate healthy tech habits. The overuse of digital devices can significantly impact both our mental as well as physical health in several ways. As far as the mental health is concerned, it can lead to increased anxiety and depression. Nowadays, we can see even the kids, even the children, the students in different age group, they are anxious, they are very much depressed. So excessive screen time is linked to heightened feeling of anxiety and depression, particularly in adolescence. It can be seen in adolescence. The second important issue is sleep disruption. So blue light emitted by screen can interfere with sleep patterns, leading to insomnia. So nowadays the students are suffering from insomnia. They spend sleepless nights and they face various problems and decreased overall well-being.
Yes.
Next is social inclusion. This is another important issue that can be seen from using this digital platform, is that students are running away from their near and dear ones. They are not being a part of the society now, okay, which can lead to feelings of loneliness. They are isolated, okay, they are alone. As face to face, they are not facing their own people, their friends, their relatives. They are that means they cannot face them because they are most of the time indulged in mobile phones and other social that means media platform. Decreased attention span. This is another important point. It can be seen now. The students they are not paying attention in their academics because they are spending most of the time in those activities, which is affecting their mental status and their attention in various other aspects.
Yes, sir. So now we have understood how this digital world can impact the mental wellness of a child, and thank you so much for throwing light on today's topic. And I would like to thank once again Dr. Numai and Mr. Rajatji as well. You have joined us in our today's live session, which was really enlightening, and thank you so much once again for joining us and throwing light on this sensitive topic.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you.
So that was all in our today's live session, but I would like to tell you that what you are going to watch tomorrow in our live sessions. So beginning from 8 a.m. We will have our yoga session and the topic will be yogic management for migraine. On channel number 6 to 12 at 10:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. the topic will be Dyslexia Awareness Week. On channel number 9 to 12 from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. the topic will be tuning in, leveling up the art and craft of listening. And from 12 p.m. onwards, we will come up with the subjects. The subject will be science. Topic will be measurement of length and motion. At 2 p.m. we will come up with the subject Hindi और उसका शीर्षक होगा कबीर के सबद. At 2:30 p.m. We have the science subject physics, in which we will learn about the topic force and laws of motion part 2. On channel number 10 at 3 p.m. the subject will be social science geography, topic mineral and energy resources part 2. At 3:30 p.m. we will come up with the topic mathematics. Topic will be area related to circles part 2. At 3:30 p.m. on channel number 6 to 12 we will come up with the topic promoting students' mental health and well-being through yoga and meditation in Paricharcha. I'm really very sorry, the timing will be 2:30 p.m. to 4 p.m. On channel number 6 to 12, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. We have digital games and apps for the teaching and learning of mathematics. Channel number 6 to 12 at 5 to 5:30 p.m. we will be having Sahyog. Topic will be value system, an important factor influencing students. Channel number 6, 9 and 12 at 5:30 to 6:15 p.m. we will have the topic school leadership and development. So that was the schedule for tomorrow's live session, but that's all for today. I'm now taking your leave. You just take care of yourself. Namaskar.
सोच में सकारात्मकता लाएं, जीवन को बेहतर बनाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। मनोदर्पण पर कॉल लगाएं, मनोबल अपना और बढ़ाएं। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। चलो आज ही प्रण ले हम, मानसिक स्वास्थ्य सुधारे हम। मनोदर्पण के काउंसलर से परामर्श पाने के लिए डायल करें टोल फ्री नंबर 844-844-0632। नंबर एक बार फिर सुने 844-844-0632।